Get out of my way, you pathetic old leech. Cyrus Thorne's open palm cracked across Evelyn Marshall's face. The elderly woman's teacup flew from her hand, shattering on the polished tiled floor of the Daily Exchange Cafe. Every customer froze. Phones emerged from pockets. Evelyn touched her burning cheek, but didn't cry. Her calm eyes met Thorne's glare without fear. Something in her composure unsettled him. He straightened his silk tie, proud of his dominance. But Evelyn Marshall wasn't just anyone. The quiet respect others showed her told a story Thorne couldn't read. He had no idea what he had just set in motion, because Evelyn had a son. And when Alexander Marshall learned what happened today, Cyrus Thorne's world would begin to collapse. Have you ever watched someone destroy their future in one moment of pure, arrogant rage? Evelyn's mornings followed precision. At 6:30, she rose in her small Oak Haven apartment, sunlight filtering through lace curtains she'd embroidered herself. Her home reflected grace and discipline. Framed family photos, lavender and glass vases, shelves lined with well-worn books. The photos spoke of pride, Evelyn's master's in social work, her late husband Robert smiling beside her, and her son Alexander at black tie events, powerful and composed. Neighbors knew Alexander was successful. Something in finance, she'd say modestly. At 8 o'clock, the phone rang. "Morning, Ma. Sleep well." Alexander's warm tone carried confidence. Like a baby, "Sweetheart. How's work? Markets are markets. You going out today?" "Brunch with Estelle at the Daily Exchange. Our Wednesday ritual." Alexander hesitated. "Ma, you know I could arrange something nicer. You deserve more than that little cafe." Evelyn laughed. "Alexander, good people matter more than fancy places. Just be careful, okay? People aren't always what they seem." "You worry too much," she said softly. "It's my job to worry." "Love you, Ma." He hung up. Always efficient, always moving. Across the city, Cyrus Thorne's day began in his Olympus Tower penthouse office. All glass, marble, and control. He stood before the skyline like a ruler admiring his empire. Custom suit, platinum watch, perfection itself. His assistant approached cautiously. "Sir, Mrs. Chun wants to reschedule her meeting." Thorne frowned. "The woman with the accent? Tell her to learn proper English before wasting my time." "She runs 3 logistics companies, sir." "I don't care. My reputation depends on keeping the right kind of clients. People who belong." That was Thorne's creed. Power through exclusion, prestige built on contempt. He'd spent years defending corporations against discrimination lawsuits, ensuring the rich stayed untouchable. His phone buzzed with headlines, racism exposés, inequality reports, but he scrolled past them all. Those stories didn't concern him. Meanwhile, the Daily Exchange came alive with morning bustle. Elena Ruiz, the owner, moved behind the counter with practiced warmth. Construction workers grabbed breakfast. Office clerks laughed over coffee, and retired locals swapped stories. Evelyn Marshall was a fixture there, the cafe's quiet heart. Every Wednesday, she and Estelle Morrison took the same corner booth, ordering tea and pastries, brightening the place simply by existing. Elena always prepared the table with care. Clean linens, ceramic mugs, a tiny vase of flowers. Evelyn had earned everyone's respect, not through money, but through kindness. When Elena's aunt had a stroke, Evelyn organized meal deliveries. When developers tried to evict them, she found a lawyer who handled everything free of charge. No one questioned how she had such powerful connections. They simply knew she did. That afternoon, a man entered the Daily Exchange like he owned the ground he walked on. Cyrus Thorne's polished shoes clicked sharply against the worn floor, his irritation practically radiating. He'd been fined for speeding, delayed by construction, and insulted by a barista who dared spell his name wrong. The cafe offended him on sight. Old tiles, casual chatter, the scent of fried food. Still, his preferred lounge was overbooked, so he would tolerate this place for now. Elena greeted him with a polite smile. "Good afternoon, sir. Table for one. Do I look like I need company?" he snapped, snatching a menu from her hand. He sat near Evelyn's booth, muttering about cheap establishments. Evelyn, as always, offered a gentle smile, a peace gesture toward a stranger clearly battling his own demons. "Rough morning, dear?" she asked kindly. "Don't speak to me," Thorne hissed. "I don't need pity from your kind." The words hit the air like poison. Conversations faltered. Evelyn blinked, unflinching. "My kind?" she asked softly. Thorne sneered, mistaking her calm for weakness. "People like you clogging decent places, pretending you belong." "Sir," Elena interjected. There's no need for that language. Thorne rose abruptly, hand trembling with fury. Do you know who I am? He spat. I don't take orders from waitresses or washed-up nobodies. The room went silent, and then, crack, his hand met Evelyn's cheek, a sound sharp enough to slice through every heartbeat in the room. Her teacup shattered, tea spreading like blood across the floor. Evelyn didn't scream. She simply stood, adjusting her cardigan, eyes calm as a storm about to break. You should leave, Elena said, voice shaking. Thorne smirked. She should learn her place. Phones lifted. Someone whispered, I got on video. Thorne froze for a second, but forced a laugh. Record all you want. Nobody cares about some old woman. He was wrong, because as the whispers grew, a name rippled through the crowd. Alexander Marshall. Someone whispered, isn't that her son? The billionaire investor. Thorne's face drained of color. The cafe's quiet royalty wasn't just any woman. And by the time Alexander Marshall saw the video that evening, Cyrus Thorne's downfall had already begun. Good afternoon, sir. Table for one, obviously. Thorne snapped, not looking at her. Somewhere clean, and make it quick. I have important meetings. Elena led him to a table near Evelyn's booth, suppressing her irritation. Thorne slumped into his chair and began furiously texting. Evelyn sat nearby with her friend Estelle, their quiet chat about family filling the air. When Evelyn reached for the cream, her elbow barely brushed Thorne's briefcase, but the motion sent his oversized coffee mug toppling. Dark liquid spread across the leather case and soaked his papers. What the hell? He shouted, leaping up. The cafe went silent. I'm so sorry, Evelyn said, grabbing napkins. Let me help. Help, you clumsy old bat. These papers are worth more than you'll make in your life. Evelyn froze, humiliated. Sir, it was an accident, she said softly. I'll pay for any cleaning. Cleaning? These are irreplaceable legal documents. This is what happens when you let your kind into respectable places. His words dripped venom. Gasps rippled through the room. Phones came out. Sir, please lower your voice, Elena warned. Your establishment, Thorne sneered. You should thank me for coming here. Evelyn rose slowly, dignity intact. I've apologized and offered to pay, but I won't stand here and let you speak to us that way. You'll shut up or regret it, he barked. You think you matter? I'm a customer, a taxpayer, and a human being deserving of courtesy, Evelyn replied evenly. Thorne laughed cruelly. Human beings. You're a drain on society. Cameras caught every word. You clearly don't know who you're talking to, Evelyn said. Oh, I know. You're a nobody from nowhere. Then he grabbed her wrist, his grip leaving red marks. You'll sit down and learn some respect. Let go of me, she warned. Estelle stood. Release her. Elena lifted her phone. Sir, I'm calling the police. Thorne, trembling with fury, raised his hand and struck Evelyn across the face. The slap cracked like a gunshot. Her ring flew off, rolling across the floor to a man's polished shoes in the corner. The cafe erupted. People shouting, filming, dialing for help. Evelyn touched her cheek, then looked at him with calm pity. You have no idea what you just did, she whispered. Thorne straightened, self-satisfied. Another nobody taught a lesson. Or so he thought. The man in the corner booth bent, picked up the ring, and slipped it into his pocket. Dominic Wells, the quiet, trusted lieutenant to Alexander Marshall, knew exactly what that ring meant. By the time sirens wailed outside, Cyrus Thorne had 18 hours left to believe he was untouchable.